Today we will be looking at the chemical property called regelation. Regelation is the chemical phenomenon that entails water melting under pressure and then refreezing once the pressure is released. Let's take a look at the phase diagram of water. First, we see that at 1 atm and 25 degrees Celsius, water is a liquid. This we know and observe from just pouring a glass of water at room temperature. Next, we can see that at 1 atm and 0 degrees Celsius, water is a solid. It is in the form of ice. But if we keep the temperature at 0 degrees Celsius, but raise the pressure to 218 atm, we can see that water becomes a liquid. To see how this property works, we will need some copper wire, some ice cubes, and something to measure our force with. In this case, we will be using a spring scale. So first, let's measure the force. Here we can see that we will be applying a force of 4 pounds. We know that force is equal to pressure times area. So, in order to calculate the amount of pressure we will be applying to the ice cube, we will need to know the area and the force. In order to find the area, we need to know the length and width of the wire. The length of the wire is 22 millimeters, and the width is 0.1 millimeters. So the area applied will be 22 times 0.1, which is equal to 2.2 millimeters squared. Now we can calculate the pressure in atm. We know the force is equal to 4 pounds, and we are trying to find the pressure, and we know the area is 2.2. If we divide both sides by 2.2, then we get that the pressure is equal to 1.81 atmospheres. Now let's look back at our phase diagram to see what will happen to our ice. If we raise the pressure to almost 2 atm, then we can see that at 0 degrees Celsius, the water will just barely become a liquid. Now let's see this phenomenon in action. First, we will need to wrap the wire around 2 pencils and then place the ice cube somewhere stable so that we can apply force. Here I am applying roughly the same amount of pressure that I measured on the spring scale. You can see that slowly the wire goes through the ice, melting it as the pressure is applied, and then once the wire passes through, the water refreezes behind it. This effectively closes the wire inside the ice cube. And that's the property of regelation. Thanks for watching!